come from. We have agreed with you that we must begin to live within our means and to begin the journey to slow down on borrowing, because borrowing is becoming a threat to our economy. We have agreed with you that we are going to be regular in making sure that you have information that is necessary for you to make the decisions that you have to as legislators, as people who appropriate government resources for us to run our programs, and as people who provide oversight over what we do as government. The economy is the basis upon which this election was prosecuted. And you now understand where we are in terms of our economic position. We have explained to you our Kenya Kwanza plan. We have explained to you in detail, many of the professionals who are here. We have explained to you matters to do with agriculture and what we need to do with agriculture so that agriculture can lift our economy. And when we say agriculture, we mean from productivity. We have agreed that with appropriate intervention, we can increase our productivity without necessarily increasing the acreage of the land we are using under our agricultural activities. We have agreed with you on how agriculture is going to be used to stimulate and to spur our agro-processing, value addition, all the way to manufacturing and job creation. You now appreciate why UHC can become a reality in the shortest time possible, and the necessary interventions we have to do when it comes to reforming the National Health Insurance Fund and making sure that it works for everybody and leaves no Kenyan behind. You have heard here that every year 1 million Kenyans run the risk of being destitute because of illness. And that is why it is necessary for us to urgently reform the NHIF and roll out our universal health coverage plan, which we sold to the people of Kenya, and that is why they elected us. We have also agreed on what we need to do with our housing plan. You now understand better why this housing plan is not just about building houses. It's a whole concept of transforming communities and transforming our nation. Getting the people in slums to live in decent habitat. Making sure that we create more home owners than rent payers. We also ensure that through the housing plan, we also make millions of our young people to have jobs. We have desegregated the housing plan so that it also begins to create industry. Every item. You know, we have agreed that we are going to standardize doors, windows, hinges, and everything else so that it is possible to produce doors en masse, it is possible to produce windows en masse, it's possible to produce all the components of a house en masse, create industry. You heard from the gentleman from Ngong Road how they got a contract of 120 million, the people on the roadside, because of the power of aggregation. I think we've also agreed with you that we have among the lowest saving as a percentage of GDP in our region. It is not possible for us to continue contributing 200 shillings and pretending that we are doing anything called saving. It is not saving. It is a joke. And we have agreed, and we have been taken through the numbers here, what savings can do for our country. In fact, savings is biblical. I mean, it's, honestly, yeah? The Bible says, a good man leaves an inheritance for his children. So, for those of you who are believers, you will also be fulfilling what the Bible says. And you could possibly go to heaven. for saving, you know? So we all agree that we have to raise our savings as a percentage of GDP. It is not possible for NHIF to continue receiving 200 shillings from people who earn as much as 1,500,000, 200,000. You have heard that it's even becoming expensive administering the 200,000. We have just been told here, if you continue with the 200 shillings, it's better to stop. So, good people, we have to do the necessary reforms, change the law, amend the regulations so that we can save appropriately. We've all been given the benefits of saving. It not only secures our future, it gets us the resources to implement and grow our country, to implement our plans, to fund our development, so that when we fund our development, we create jobs. Not grow our wealth on the savings of other people, because they are not going to give us free money. They'll give us money, but they will demand a return on it. So we become their slaves. So we are going to implement the new NSSF law, hopefully when we get it out of court, either by settlement or by implementing what the court will have directed, but certainly we need to make a movement in that direction. I cannot say everything else that we have said, but I really value the time we have spent since yesterday. And I appreciate that many members may have thought we would come to Naivasha and enjoy ourselves. Unfortunately, it has become like CBC. It has become like CBC. Too much homework. And so, but I am sure we'll get another occasion to enjoy ourselves. This was a very important session. I'm sorry we have pushed everybody to the limit, but we all agree that we have taken a lot of valuable information that will help us prosecute our work in Parliament and everywhere else. So tunakubaliana hivyo? I also want to say that this afternoon we have also chosen our leadership in both houses, the leaders of majority in Senate, and the leaders of the majority coalition party in the National Assembly. Our friends on the other side will choose the leaders of the minority because they are the minority. They just have to live with the reality that they are the minority. Let us not have an unnecessary contest as to which side is the majority. Since they lost the instruments of coercion, because the only way they had a semblance of numbers is when they could use the police and the DCI and the EACC and the KRA and all these other institutions to intimidate and blackmail and threaten people. Since the people of Kenya stopped them from having those instruments, they have taken their place because freedom has come to Kenya. And people, everybody can make a choice that their own independent choices without blackmail and threats and intimidation. So our leader of majority in National Assembly is going to be the Honorable Kimani Ichung'wah, the Member of Parliament for Kikuyu. Congratulations, Mheshimiwa. Tumpigie makofi huyu jamaa. The Deputy Leader of Majority in the National Assembly is Owen Baya, the Member of Parliament for Kilifi South. Kilifi North, sorry. Pigeni makofi. The Chief Whip of the National Assembly is going to be the Member of Parliament for South Mugirango, Silvanus Osoro. Congratulations, Mheshimiwa. The Deputy Whip of the National Assembly is going to be Naomi Wako, the Women Member of Parliament for Marsabit County. The Leadership of Senate, Leader of Majority, Aaron Cheruiyot, Senator for Kericho County. Congratulations, Mheshimiwa. Deputy Majority Leader, Tabitha Karanja, the Senator of Nakuru County. Chief Whip, Boni Halwale, Bullfighter, Senator Kakamega County. Congratulations again. And finally, Deputy Chief Whip, Tumbezi Lelegwe, Senator Samburu County. A round of applause for those good people who will lead our teams in both the Senate and National Assembly. The other matters, as we have agreed, will be handled by my very able deputy here on the other matters to do with Parliament in consultation with now these leaders and the party leaders in our coalition so that we can present a team that will make sure that our agenda in both houses in Parliament is prosecuted appropriately in a timely manner so that we can deliver on the commitments we made to the people of Kenya. Members, ladies and gentlemen, I sincerely want to appreciate the party leaders who are in our midst, my good brother Musalia Mudavadi, my good brother Alfred Mutua, my good brother Mule, and all the party leaders who are here. I know, Medhu, you are not yet a party leader. Ngojea kidogo, bado kidogo. Yeah. to thank all the members. My good brother, Roba, the party leader of UDM, is right in the house. And Mwangi Kiunjuri, who is right here. His other name, for those of you who don't know, is called Festus. And who else? David Ochieng, the party leader of MDG, is in the house. Na ule mwingine nani? Who is that guy? Abdi. Is that Abdi? Is that Abdi? Yes, Abdi. The party leader of NAP from all the way from Ijara. Nani mwingine? Kamket. The Jogo man in our midst. Who is that? Mr. Mandasi. From all the way from CCM. The member of parliament for Chepalungu, right there. Anybody else? Of course, the party leader of Ford Kenya is not here because he's our speaker, and we would rather keep him neutral from this. But I think the acting party leader for this meeting is the investor there. Mr. Wanyonyi. And of course, we have Karemba. You know, we have people and then we have a Mukorino. Okay. So, members, congratulations to all of you for making time so that we can engage in this meeting. I wish you the very best in the rest of the balance of the meeting. I think we can conclude this meeting there now so that we are all free to enjoy the balance of the evening, and then we can leave tomorrow morning. So, asanteni sana. Is there anything? Okay, I think that concludes the business of this parliamentary group meeting. Asanteni sana, and may the good Lord bless you. Asanteni.